There seems to be apparent large full-scale war in the Middle East with imminent more larger deadly combats as President Donald Trump of the United States, U.S. who pride himself as a messiah of peace who have returned to the White House to end wars in Asian, European countries spends less than 9 weeks in office, with Israel military, the Israel Defense Forces, IDF, confirming few minutes ago that the State of Israel intercepted rocket missiles in the northern Israel town of Metula launched on Saturday morning from Lebanon who have had and maintained ceasefire agreement with Israel since November 2024 after Israel launched massive killing mission in Lebanon, air bombarding the capital city, Beirut until several Hezbollah members and leaders were killed. This is addition to the resumed large full-scale war in the Palestinian city of Gaza, where reports indicated that Israel have killed not less than 600 persons including women and children in the last few days when the ceasefire agreement reached between Israel and Hamas before January 20, 2025 when Donald Trump was sworn in second time as U.S. president was violated. According to the IDF, following the rocket fire from Lebanon this morning, the Chief of the General Staff, Lieutenant General Al Zamir, conducted a situational assessment. The IDF will respond severely to the morning's attack. The state of Lebanon bears responsibility for upholding the agreement. The IDF stated this on its verified X social media handle. Previously, the IDF issued statements that the state of Israel has been under severe air attacks from different front lines around the different corners of Israel simultaneously in recent days as President Donald Trump ordered U.S. military to strike Yemeni Houthis, a rebel group operating in Yemen who had vowed to continue to retaliate the U.S. attacks. A missile launched from Yemen was intercepted by the IAF prior to crossing inter-Israeli territory. These sirens were triggered because 2 projectiles were launched from northern Gaza. Where were the projectiles fired from? A launcher located near a humanitarian area in Al-Furqan. This is further evidence of Hamas' systematic exploitation of civilians and civilian structures for terrorist activities throughout Gaza. Eliminated. Head of Hamas military intelligence in southern Gaza and head of Hamas surveillance and targeting unit, Osama Tabish. Tabish held various senior positions in Hamas, including a battalion commander in the Khan Yunis brigade. Tabish was also responsible for formulating Hamas combat strategy on the ground, including coordinating the intelligence of Hamas military wing in southern Gaza and leading their activities in the area. In an additional strike, the IDF and ISA eliminated Ismail Abd al-Al, a central terrorist in Islamic Jihad's weapons smuggling unit. In his role, he led most of Islamic Jihad's weapons smuggling operations in recent years. The weapons smuggling unit is responsible for the transportation, storage and smuggling of military equipment and weaponry into Gaza, IDF stated in a series of posts published in less than 72 hours ago. Local media reported that the Israel Defense Minister, Israel Katz, says he instructed the IDF to respond to the rocket attack from Lebanon this morning. We will not allow a reality of fire from Lebanon on the Galilee communities. We have promised security to the Galilee communities, and that is exactly what will happen, he says. Katz says that the fate of Metula is the same as Beirut, in an apparent threat to strike the Lebanese capital after 5 rockets were launched at the Israeli border community. The Lebanese government bears responsibility for any fire from its territory. I have instructed the IDF to respond accordingly, he adds. It was gathered that 3 of the rockets were intercepted in Israeli airspace, while the other 3 exploded mid-air and fell back into Lebanon. Sirens have been activated in Metula, northern Israel, near the border with Lebanon. It would be recalled that Israel and Palestinian fighters, Hamas, have been in war after the October 7, 2023 invasion of southern Israel by Hamas, which led to the killing of thousands of people and kidnapping of hundreds of Israeli residents. Gaza Health Ministry says that Israel's renewed attacks on Gaza that began on Tuesday have killed a total of 634 people and wounded 1,172 persons, including children and women, have been since Israel allegedly broke the ceasefire deal a few days ago, bringing the total death toll Palestinians killed in Gaza to nearly 50,000 since the war began in 2023.
Osasua Connedio, bringing you the news in a more digital way.